Did you know that somewhere in the world, a man once received official proof that he was dead while he was still breathing? Not a rumor, not a mistake whispered in a hospital hallway, but a legally stamped, government-issued death certificate with his name on it. According to the records, he had died on a cold morning in November. Cause of death, cardiac arrest. Time of death, 6:42 a.m. But here's the problem. At 6:43 a.m., he was very much alive. He walked, he spoke, he remembered everything, and yet on paper he no longer existed. Banks would later refuse him. Doctors wouldn't treat him. Police records showed no living person with his identity. And the most terrifying part, the system never tried to fix the mistake. It defended Italiano. Because once the world decides you're dead, coming back is harder than dying. The day he died, asterisk, the man's name was Elias Moore. He was 42 years old, an accountant, divorced. Lived alone in a coastal town where fog rolled in like a living thing. On the night before his death, Elias went to sleep with a mild chest pain, nothing dramatic. He had felt it before. Stress, he thought. Coffee. Life. At 5:58 a.m., neighbors heard a noise, something heavy hitting the floor. At 6:12 a.m., an ambulance arrived. Paramedics found Elias unconscious. Pulse weak, breathing shallow. They worked fast. Oxygen, defibrillator, CPR. At 6:42 a.m., a young EMT looked at the monitor and shook his head. No heartbeat. The supervising physician signed the preliminary report. Time of death, 6:42 a.m. They covered his face. And that's when Elias gasped. Eyes flew open, hands clawed at the air. A scream tore through the ambulance. The EMT dropped the clipboard. Elias Moore was alive. Alive, but already gone, asterisk. Elias spent 2 days in the hospital. Tests showed nothing remarkable. No brain damage, no permanent heart issue. Doctors called it a transient cardiac event rare. But survivable. They discharged him with medication and instructions to rest. Everything should have ended there. But when Elias tried to fill his prescription, the pharmacist paused, then frowned, then quietly said, "I'm sorry, sir. This system says you're deceased." At first, Elias laughed. So did the pharmacist, until the screen was turned around. Filed by County Medical Examiner. Date processed. Same morning, certificate number. Valid. The hospital had reported his death, and no one had undone it. Fighting the paper ghost, asterisk. Elias went to the county office, then the records department, then vital statistics. Each place told him the same thing. You'll need to prove you're alive. So, he showed his ID. They said IDs can be forged. He brought hospital discharge papers. They said those come after death, sometimes for legal processing. He brought witnesses. They said witnesses can lie. The system trusted the death certificate more than the man standing in front of it. Legally, Elias Moore was a ghost. No bank access, no health insurance, no employment verification. His employer quietly let him go. You don't exist in payroll anymore, HR told him. At night, Elias sat in his apartment, lights off, listening to the ocean crash against rocks. He later said the silence felt intentional, like the world was waiting for him to stop resisting. The stranger who knew too much, asterisk. One evening, Elias received a phone call. No caller ID. The voice on the line was calm. Male. Older. You shouldn't be trying to reverse this, the voice said. Elias froze. How do you know who I am? A pause, then. Because the record is correct. The call ended. That night, Elias searched online. He found forums, legal threads, archived news stories, and buried deep, he found 3 other cases. Different countries. Different years. Same pattern. Declared dead. Alive afterward. Unable to return. 2. had vanished completely. One had later been found dead for real. Same cause listed. What the records refused to say? Asterisk. Asterisk. Elias hired a lawyer. A good one. They filed appeals, requests, emergency motions. Months passed. Finally, a hearing was scheduled. A clerk testified that the original death entry was locked. Not because of error, but because it had been confirmed. Confirmed by whom? No one could answer. The judge dismissed the case without explanation. That night, Elias wrote in his journal, "If I'm alive, why does the world insist I'm not? And if I'm dead, why am I still here?" Neighbors noticed he stopped going out. His light stayed off. Food deliveries went untouched. Then one morning, Elias Moore disappeared. No body, no signs of struggle, no digital trail. But 3 weeks later, the county quietly updated his file. The question that remains asterisk today, Elias Moore's apartment is occupied by someone else. His name exists only in archives, and his death certificate was never revoked. Was it a bureaucratic nightmare? A statistical anomaly? Or something darker? A system that quietly erases people who slip between its rules. Because if a piece of paper can declare you dead, and the world believes it, then maybe existence isn't about breathing. Maybe it's about being acknowledged. And somewhere, in a filing cabinet, no one checks anymore. There may be a name listed as dead that hasn't stopped walking yet.